Cutthroat from 2Hacks Garage. Well, I tell you what, guys, back at Jimmy's shop. It's an early morning. Had a super long day in Indiana yesterday at Cope Racing Transmissions, working on the Squirrel-Matic C6 for my 1968 Ford Thunderbird. But I'm back here at Jimmy's, and we're back on Project Jumping Jack Flash. We've been working a little bit off camera, trying to get some metal forming done and a whole bunch of other stuff on this. Today, we're going to be working on just a little bit more of that metal forming and trying to get a lot of that done. Pretty soon, I'm going to be picking this up to go get it blasted so I can paint it. We're still waiting on some components to be able to finish this up front with the steering. That's going to be crucial in our time frame. But with that, guys, you know, it's been really, really busy on every single project as usual. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's been fun. I know I've been making a lot of videos on this, like I said from the beginning. I want to take you along with the whole entire journey of what we got going on. But it's been fun. So today is kind of like back on the little things of body work, some little chassis stuff to get it ready to get blasted, get it ready to get painted so we can actually get this thing going. I did get a whole bunch of engine parts in. I might show you that here in a little while. A lot of really cool stuff, guys. It's going to be a wild engine. Speaking of that, the transmission is out of here because it's actually up at Cope Racing Transmissions. I'm going to be calling him the next few days. He's going to go through it, see if it needs anything. If it doesn't need anything, goes back together, it's ready to rock and roll. With that, guys, let me show you a few things we got going on. See you soon. All right, so one of the things that we do need to do is we built the tabs and all that for our restraint. It's 5-point harness on this. I got it from Holly. It is a Simpson product, just like our parachute and just like the fire suits we're going to be running. I'm going to show you a video on that later on. But what we need to do is we need to figure out where this is exactly going to go. Like I said, we've already put the tabs in place. But however, if you go back through here, if you notice with our seat, I've been starting to form this around here, getting it all done. It's still kind of rough. Got to finish up some edges. But down here, we got to put something in place for the lower seat harness. We got to figure out where we're going to cut a hole in the back there because that's got to be done. Like I said, we do have the tabs in place for the harness there and right back through here. But we got to figure out all the other stuff on that. So I'm rambling. Jimmy's ready to work. I'll see you in a few. All right, so if you see here, we cut the holes in the sides for the belts, and this is kind of a rough layout here. What's going to have to happen is for the point on the front, we got to put a drill hole and put a bushing in there to be able to connect that there. And as you can see on the sides, the tabs we put in place, those work fine, along with the back. But with this back here, is it's already drilled, but we're going to drill a little bit bigger and put another bushing in there and make it more solid. And also, same thing with the other side. This has been rolled and it's not sharp, so we're going to do a little cleanup work on that. But yeah, so that is that. That's how the Simpson 5-point harness is going to work. I dig it. I like it. Mind you guys, this is going to have a really cool red diamond pattern in here with the lips polished. So that black and red is going to look really, really nice. With that, need to get back to work. See you soon. All right, so now that we got that done, Jimmy this week is going to take care of those bushings. I'm going to come this week so I can pick up the seat pan, maybe some of this tin, start prepping for paint. But we got to work on some body panels. We got to do some bead rolls on here so those match up nicely. Dug out Jimmy's bead roller. It's a pretty slick machine. I have a feeling my arm's going to get a workout today, but it is what it is. So we're back on body panels. See you in a few. All right, so this is the actual bead roller. So there's actually dies here. Like I explained earlier, the actual metal or the aluminum siding, if you want to call it, on this body panels, they don't butt each other, they overlap. But what you do is you roll it so it steps it down and the other one goes over it.
I don't like aluminum siding, I like vinyl.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you what we're doing. We went ahead in there and we put the body panel on and we marked the line based off the other panel of where this needs to go. So we're actually going to roll this, and what we do is we take it slow. You want to go slow on this to make sure, because Jimmy's guiding it.
Hold it. I gotta go. I'm getting too much glare.
It's the glare off my head.
No.
It's a nice day, so we have the door open. It's been a... So...
Oh, it's a bright sunny day. My house is white. I got glare coming in the door.
No, it's coming off my head. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go slow with this, and he's just guiding it through. I'm doing this by hand. This isn't anything pneumatic or air-powered or electric motor-powered. This is actually, Jimmy, it's an old Craftsman, isn't it?
Old Craftsman. Except for your case, I'm the old guy, you're the young one. Keep going. Had to run over a Zeus fastener, which means I gotta go smash that.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how that works. Okay, so this is the front after we rolled the panel. You only roll one side. So, and what you want to do is you want to make sure when you roll it, the panel going this way is going to overlap. That way no air gets in between. So if you look, that's actually nice and flush right there. It's actually perfectly even. Look at the other side, you can see how it's stepped. Yeah, we still got to trim a couple things, but it works, and that's how it works. Pretty slick design. You can see from this side a little bit better of an angle. So this panel here, when air comes across it, it's going to go over that and doesn't allow air to grab this panel and pull it that way. With that, really what we need to do next on this, I need to start forming these and get those done. See you in a few. All right, so if you're wondering why we do use aluminum, one, it's weight. Two, it adheres with metal good when you paint it right. Three, it's very malleable. I'm doing this the old school way of, I'm using a hammer and dolly, and I'm also using a hammer and a block of wood. Jimmy told me back in the day they did this, and aluminum is very, very malleable. So if you see here, I mean, you just go along it and you start forming it into place, and it actually does a really good job. We still got to trim it and fine form it and all that, but you know what, guys, it actually turns out very well. And you can see here it goes straight, follows the bend. Like I said, we still trim a little bit and we get it straightened out, a little bit of finishing work, but it actually works really well. It's the old school way to do it. That's what we're doing on a lot of this dragster. It's going to be nostalgia badass. With that, we got to get back to work.
The reason we're doing it old school way is because I don't know new school. I've never been to new school because I am old. So he's learning.
Yeah, I'm learning the old school way. And for the guys that don't realize it is that when it comes to cars, I like the nostalgia and old school stuff.
There's an old saying, there's no school like old school.
Yep, and old school is cool. See you in a few. All right, it's been a pretty productive day. Like I said, coming here, I was tired. Long day in Indiana working on my Thunderbird. The panels have been bead rolled. We formed the bottom of them, got them cleaned up. I still need to prep them for paint, but if you look here, it's still rough on the top. Jimmy and I got to put our heads together here soon and start working on that cowl. But you know what, guys? I'm happy the way the panels turned out. They're going to look really nice once they're painted on there. If you're wondering what color they're going to be, I'll give you a hint. It's not blue. It's not black. It's not white. It's not yellow. It's not green.
How about chartreuse?
It's not chartreuse. So yeah, a color I didn't mention in there. Just think of that in kind of a metallic style. It might be the same color as that. No, maybe not. I don't know. We'll go over that later. I did get the paint in for this, but I'm going to kind of keep it for a surprise. One thing that we didn't really show you was the seat bucket there. We did have one rough formed. It didn't work. So the other night, Jimmy and I put our heads together and we got that done. So I still got to make the seat pad for that. The seat bucket itself is done. What I need to do next is I'm going to come during the week and I'm going to bring some handy dandy thin cardboard with me, and I'm going to make a template inside there for the actual seat padding that's going to go on there. It's going to be a really cool design, very, very retro, very, very nostalgia looking. And same thing with the bottom. I do have some foam, but we just got to build that up. Like we showed you, we got the seat belt where we want it. We got to install that, obviously, when we're working on finishing the car. I'm really tired, guys. It's been a super long few days back and forth to Indiana and working on this and trying to do life stuff. So I'm going to come here during the week and take care of some of this stuff so I can get the seat pad made and the padding made for that. Like I said, it's going to be cool because I'm going to polish that out. The lip will be polished of what you see. I got a whole bunch of parts in. Jimmy is working on kind of routing some of the cable stuff. But our next big thing of what we need to do is, you see that right there? That's a rough form cowl. We need to tackle that. But like I said, we got to put our heads together on that. Things are really coming together. All the welding and everything's pretty much done. We're waiting on the axle. So when we get the axle in, we have to mount it in there at a certain angle. We'll go over that later on. But then we need to add radius rods, which I have the material for that and all that fun stuff. And then we need to add these tabs that come out. It's a steering rod support. Like I said, it steers from back here with an arm. So we got to, you know what, it sounds like not a lot of work, but it is a lot of work. And we're getting there. It's coming together, really digging it. We got a whole bunch of parts in, like I said. Really happy with the Simpson products that we got in. And I did get my fire suit in and some other stuff. And I'm going to make a video of that when I get home, show you what that's all about. With it, guys, I'm really tired. Jimmy, you got the last words on this.
Look what I found.
Oh, neat. I like that.
You don't know what they are, do you?
No, what is that?
There's a piece that goes on the chassis, and then the other piece goes in, that I have to make, and the drag link slides through it.
Oh, there we go. That's a huge plus because we did need that. Jimmy, you got the last word in this video.
Yeah, thank God tomorrow's Monday, goes back to work, leaves me alone for a week.
Well, there's his last words. We'll see you in the next one. Later.